What's up, guys? It's Friday night. It's time to bitch. We're bitching about culture. Again, it's a big one for me, and we're going to keep talking about it. How does culture affect the tech shortage? Well, that's a big one. I think that is probably the single biggest thing that is limiting the influx of new people. If you have a shitty culture, guess what? Nobody's going to want to work for you. And the people that do are probably looking at you as their last resort. If you have a culture that is going to evolve people and help them grow and help them become more than what they are, you're probably doing it right. You know, people need to have growth. They don't just want big ass paychecks. That certainly helps. But that cannot be the be all end all of what is driving people to your shop. If the only thing driving them is a paycheck, get them the hell out of that shop. That's not what we need in this industry. We need people that actually care. We need people that are actually motivated to do this because we're service providers. We serve people. We repair their vehicles. We're providing them a safe, reliable means of transportation. Everything is transportation based, right? Granted, Amazon and online, everything is kind of slowing down the need for that. We learned that through COVID. But at the end of the day, people still need to get around, and they still need to do so safely and reliably. The culture of a shop determines a lot of things. It determines the view of the industry. If you're in a shop that has a crap culture that is all about the blame game, quick turn on bays, and making tons of money, that's great. You're not growing people. You know, there's got to be a balance of bringing in revenue with growing people. Revenue and money is one thing, but there's more to it than just money. You know, turning people into assets, that's kind of a sticky thing. People aren't numbers. People are not nothing but dollars. People are people. Everyone is unique. Everyone's different. Everyone responds differently to different things. Being able to have a culture that allows for that, accepts it, and even, God forbid, promotes it, celebrates the differences, celebrates the different skill sets, celebrates that yearning for growth and that need to evolve, that's a wonderful thing. And I've learned if you take care of your team and help them grow, help them evolve, help them become more, guess what? They're going to take care of the people that are coming in the doors and keeping the doors open. And they're going to do it better than a big paycheck will motivate them to do. Big paychecks help. That's not the only thing that you need to be hiring around. Helping people grow and evolve and become more than they are and become part of an actual team that has each other's backs, that's priceless. You can't put a dollar amount on that. You can associate that with a really high success rate and a really high growth rate. And I don't mean business growth, I mean personal growth. Growing your techs from a lube tech all the way up through an advanced electrical tech or an advanced diag tech, whatever you want to call it. That's what we need to be doing, and we're not doing a very good job of it. Maybe 1 out of every 30 shops is actually promoting growth. You know, they're not looking to hire the next guy. They're looking to build the next guy. They're looking to take that lube tech and turn him into a diag tech, turn him into an ADOS specialist, turn him into a network specialist. You know, there's no way that one individual can do it all anymore. Those days are gone. We can have pretty varied skill sets, but we've all got to focus in one area or another. There's too much integration, there's too much technology, and too much complexity to expect one tech to be able to hit absolutely every single box. That's just the reality of it. You know, it used to be back in the day, Asian and American was easy. European, nobody wanted to touch them. I hate to break it to you, but American and Asian cars are getting just as bad as Europeans as far as complexity. Lack of service information has always been a struggle with Euros. That's becoming a thing across the board now. We're getting to a point where we have to focus on certain areas. We have to pick concentrations and we have to stick with those to evolve them. You train on your weak stuff, absolutely. And you have to have a culture that allows you to train and grow on your weak stuff. We also have to train on our strengths. We also have to improve those strengths. You know, you look at guys that are out there, the really high level guys, they're very focused. They're incredibly smart. They've got very broad skill sets, but they are laser focused on a couple areas that they're absolutely brilliant at. So there's a lot to be said for being able to foster growth like that, training on strengths, training on weaknesses, but being able to focus on a couple areas and really dig into those and really get good at them. Growth has to be the culture. That has to be the foundation of the culture, is growth and improvement. If the foundation of the culture is greed, it's not going to work. You'll burn people out, you'll run them out of the industry, but you're not going to promote the next generation of techs into what they need to be successful in this. This industry is not getting easier. The vehicles we see are not getting easier. The problems we see are absolutely not getting easier. This stuff is getting harder day by day, year by year. Every year there's new technology, new methodologies, new philosophies behind it, and it doesn't make our jobs any easier. We have to train and we have to evolve and we have to promote a culture where mistakes are okay. Screw ups are okay. Even comebacks are going to be okay. They have to be. If it's a frequent thing, then that's a different discussion. But everybody's going to have comebacks. Everybody's going to make mistakes. Everybody's going to miss diag stuff. All the way up, down from brakes and tires, all the way up through parasitic draws and stuff like that. I'm not afraid to admit I just got my ass handed to me by a couple parasitic draws. Badly. We're through it. They're done. They're fixed. They're gone. But God, that was frustrating. We've got to be able to make those mistakes. We've got to be able to try new stuff and have it not work. But as techs, we have to be responsible enough and objective enough to realize that did not work, right? You have to see stuff through. You can't stop at, that's probably it and let's move on. No, you have to stop and analyze and make sure it's actually right. If you try a new test, you have to make sure it's viable, it's effective. At the end of the day, the culture has to be based around the team. Your team has to be the priority. If the team is healthy, the team is happy, the team is content. That doesn't mean satisfied and complacent. That means they are happy and they are secure. They're going to do the best possible job they can do for the clients. Nobody comes into this wanting to be a screw up. Nobody comes into this to half-ass it. If they do, get the hell out. We don't have a place in this industry for half-assing it. We don't have a place in this industry for half measures and poor workmanship. Anything worth doing is worth overdoing. Be brave enough to suck at something new every day and then follow through on it. Evolve it, grow it, craft it into something useful. At the end of the day, what's good for the team is good for the clients. Take care of you people. Take care of each other. We'll see you next time around.